Who would you be with a different story? This is a man that I had not heard before, and he's a world-renowned guy. It's John Assaraf. He says we all have a money story, a relationship story, health story. We have a story for the I'm heavy. My whole family's heavy. I'm just going to be heavy. Those kind of stories. Or my family's never had tons of money. We could never have tons of money. We'll always be poor. Those are stories, and you don't realize you're thinking them. So then we have habits that support the story. We have people that support the story. We have systems that support our story. And so he said what he asks people is, who would you be with a different story? And so to me, that's very powerful. If you stop and think, what if that wasn't my story? I have goosebumps. It's goosebumpy to me. Why is this a cool thing? I promise it is. What we tell ourselves, what our brain is telling us is true, is not necessarily true. Probably isn't. So if I say, I'm just scattered. I'm always just scattered. Okay, I would tell you, well, that's true. But who would I be if I could stop telling myself that story? If it weren't just something I've convinced my brain, like, no, I'm scattered. So I'm scattered all the time. Okay, now there's a fine line because I do have ADHD and I do have mismanagement going on in my frontal lobe. But the actions I'm conscious of could be different if I wasn't so busy telling myself this is how I am, though. If you're trying to imagine something, telling yourself something different. Brainy says when you are trying to think, I'm going to try this thing because I know I could do it. He said our brain has a signal of, oh my gosh, you might get hurt, you might lose this, you might get in trouble, you might be embarrassed, ashamed, ridiculed, judged, etc. That part of the brain is going to get activated. And he's saying, so if you imagine this thing, your brain will be screaming at you, that's bullcrap. That's baloney. It's not true. You're not success. If you're saying, I'm successful, I'm earning a lot of money, I'm blah, 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 I'm smart, your brain's going to be screaming, no, you're not, no, you're not, no, you're not. It's normal. It's the old self. It's the old patterns fighting for their life. Stay where you are. We don't want the new thought. Kick it out of here. And that's why it's so hard. Does anybody have any questions so far? We're asking, why am I not doing the things that I know I should be doing? And why am I not doing the things that I could easily find out how to do? Here it is. Subconscious brain controls 95 to 98% of all of our thoughts and our emotions and behaviors. It's brain science. And so I want to understand it because that's good stuff. But we're all resistant to change because our brains want safety first, homeostasis, energy conservation. So we're biologically wired not to want change. So it's not just you. We have to deliberately coax the brain into motivational reasons, emotional reasons. If you don't do it, then you need to be okay with your life being just like this 5 years from now, 10 years from now. I am not. I mean, I'm thankful and blessed. I'm not like, what a horrible life. But the emotions that I have that are unnecessary a lot of the time, and the behaviors, emotions, all those things, they're not going to magically disappear. 5 years from now, I don't want to still be having them. That literally, and you've heard this before, deep breathing, if you have to calm down the circuits that are activated, like you're going to be embarrassed, you're going to be terrified, you're going to fail, you're going to be embarrassed, all the different things. That if you calm down those circuits is by doing, he calls it exercise instead of exercise. To do 6 deep breaths. And I've learned from other physiological things, it's not the breathing in that's important, it's the breathing out. Because when you breathe in, but then when you go, as you're breathing out, that's why you want to make it slow, it activates your vagus nerve. Vagal, I don't know. But that's the part, it's the part that slows your heart down and your blood pressure and all those things. So even if your thoughts are like racing, if you stop and breathe in so you can breathe out really deeply. What am I thinking right now? What am I feeling? What am I sensing? What's my behavior and why? So when you're trying to think something different, your brain says, no. It's trying to protect that story you have about yourself because even though it's not good for you, it's easier. Develop a pattern, it can take a long time. To be like, are you committed to doing it or do you just think it's a good idea? Because if you're committed to something, then then there's nothing that will stop you from getting it done. If we just think it's a good idea, we'll find reasons why we don't have to do it. Well, it's hard. Well, I forget. Well, I'm busy, whatever. But if you're committed to doing something, then nobody can stop you, right? If you're committed to getting to a sale and buying a particular thing, you're going to get there. Okay, thank y'all for watching. I'm going to read your comments. Hey, thank you for joining me. Our brains are fabulous and incredible. God has given us the power over them, but it's sneaky. You have to be doing it on purpose. It doesn't happen on accident, that's for sure.